Okay, I'm live. I don't know if anybody's in here, but I'm here. So I see Grasshopper and I see Trash Cat. I don't see anybody else, and my thing says 0 people. 0 people. Hello, 0 people. If we have 0 people, then this is going to be a really short stream. Oh, now we have 2 people. Hi, Chew. Hi, Trash Cat. How you guys doing? Kiwi, hello. How are you? And how is New Zealand? Hi, Mark. Is everybody like having heat waves? It wasn't too bad here today. It got up, I think it got up to 75 here, which is not bad at all. Mr. Green, hello. How are you? So is New Zealand like, are you guys in the middle of winter time right now? Like Australia is? I know I saw Grasshopper streamed a while ago and he said it was like 107 in Northern California today. But like I say, it was like in the 70s here, so I'm not complaining. IR here. You woke up to a heavy frost? Oh, nice. You got to go mommy sit tonight? That's nice of you. That's nice of you. Well, you can hang out for as long as you can. A couple hours. I probably won't be streaming a couple hours, so. So, I hope everybody's surviving the summertime here and wintertime over on the other side of the world. Get ready to come up. Awesome, awesome. Anybody that wants to come up, there is a link pinned at the top of the chat. Middle of winter there, yeah. We haven't had Wyoming. Well, Wyoming gets hot, but we don't get real hot here in Laramie because we sit up pretty high, so. And you can see my eyes have been like blurry for the last couple days with my allergies, so they're all red. Waiting for Grasshopper to show up. I got some good news this week, so I might tell you guys that in a while. In a little bit. Craig, hello, how are you? Just popped in to hit the like. Well, thank you. Thank you. Some slushies. I don't think they'd make it through the mail trash can. I hate to be disappointing to you, but yeah. I could use a slushie right now, though. Wonder if I should order one. Nah. Does sound good, though, doesn't it? Ski field opened up a couple weeks ago. Oh, yeah, you are in the middle of winter there. Well, like I say, we got up to 76 here today, which isn't bad. I think it's supposed to be 80 tomorrow. 80, 85 is usually like really hot for us here, but not for most of Wyoming. A lot of Wyoming gets a lot hotter than us, but we're kind of like in a bowl up in the mountains. So, and we're like higher elevation than Denver, Colorado. So So we're usually a good 10 degrees cooler than Denver and a good 10 degrees cooler than like Cheyenne. But, which is good during the summer, but it also holds true during the wintertime. So if it's snowing and crappy weather in the wintertime there, we're really getting it here. A slushie sounds good. You guys tell me, should I order a slushie? Should I DoorDash a slushie? I shouldn't, but it does sound good. I still have some rent to catch up on, though. But the good news is, guys, this is the good news that I was going to announce tonight. We've got 7 people, so I'm making a big announcement. I got my first Social Security check today. I finally got through all the bureaucratic bullshit, and I got my first check. So, which makes a big difference for me. It's not enough to catch up with my rent, so I still have a little bit of scrambling to do. But once my rent is caught up and I'm on an even keel, my Social Security will be enough to pay all of my bills, like my space rent and like the power and stuff. So, and still have a little bit left over for groceries. So then what's going to change here? Oh my gosh, a slushy fund. Thank you, Mark. So what's going to happen then, once I'm caught up on the rent and like getting my Social Security every month and not having to worry about paying bills, every one of my streams is going to be like a lot of fun, and I'm going to give away small art and stuff. So what my plan to do is, once I don't have to worry about paying my bills with my art, is to do bigger pieces, like maybe a couple for bigger, like for some art shows and stuff. Like do some oil paintings, which take me quite a bit of time, but I can do it if I don't have to worry about the bills. So that's my plan, is to do bigger pieces and at the same time do like a lot of little cards and stuff. So on my live streams will be like lots of giveaways, because it's fun and I love doing that. So my streams are gonna turn into like a lot of art giveaways during the stream, and showing you guys what I'm working on and stuff, because like I said, I'm going to do some bigger pieces once I can. Still have to catch up, but once I do the catch up thing and I'm on an even keel with my monthly check coming in and stuff, paying the bills, I'm going to be living like a normal person. Oils, yeah, I love working with oils. And every year I've been getting like an invitation to enter something for the duck stamp program and that kind of stuff. So I'll finally like be able to do that. And I see Amy, and there she is.
Hey, what's up? Can you
How
hear
are
me?
you? Yeah, is it cooling off there?
No.
No,
Very hot.
shit. It's getting cooler. It's 64 here right now.
Oh, lucky.
I know. I can bitch during the wintertime, but in the summertime it's nice to be cooler than the rest of the country.
Yeah, it's going to be 115 degrees
Oh my God.
for
No, I
like
couldn't
2
stand it.
days.
I couldn't stand
It's
it.
not going to be over for the next like 7 days. It's not going to get under 110.
Ugh.
Yeah.
My youngest has moved to Arizona, and it's the same thing there.
Yeah.
They live in like Phoenix, and it's hot.
I lived in Lake Havasu and it was very, very hot.
Yeah. I couldn't do it. I absolutely couldn't do it. I see people, you hear about people like retiring down south in the warmer weather, and it's like, oh my God, no. I mean, wintertime sucks, but I would still rather deal with cold winters than deal with that heat. Summertime.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I don't like the snow. I don't like driving in the snow. Sucks.
Yeah, yeah, this is true. But I've done it all my life, so I'm used to it.
Well, so,
Your sound is cutting out.
yeah, my skipping. I'm just connected to Wi-Fi. I'm back near my router, so
Ah, okay.
yeah. Sorry. Um. Yeah. Go inside and get to that package.
All right. I hope you aren't too disappointed.
I plan. I'm feeling disappointment already. So
Are you?
no.
Oh,
Come on, Amy.
you have some more
Let's go.
coming.
Come on.
You
Come on.
have some
Let's go.
coming. So.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Come on.
You've actually got what 3 fairly nice little cards coming. So
Come on.
actually 2 like exceptionally nice ones. But
Come on. Inside. Let's go.
locked them back behind the
Amy,
dresser.
come on.
So I pull
Come on.
them out and get them sent.
Amy, come inside. Come on. Good girls.
I'm debating whether I should order a slushie. Should I order a slushie?
No.
No? Okay.
Do you have a
I'm debating whether I should order a slushie.
Oh, hold on. I got the TV on. No. There we go. Just checking. Are you still there?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know what I'm doing.
Join the club. I never know what I'm doing.
More settings, camera. That one done. X. Okay. Can you see me? Okay.
No, I see a thumb.
Oh damn. Okay.
There, I see you.
Hello. Oh shit. Let me there we go.
And what a handsome lad you are. Guy Frank.
Oh,
You didn't quite make
you
it
have.
first this time, but I'm glad to see you.
I'm sorry.
I was saying hi.
Yeah.
He says he was first.
Yeah. Well, he usually is.
I know he usually is, but he
As soon
didn't
as you
quite
post it, he usually.
but that did make me laugh.
Oh yeah. Okay. Oh, I should have pre-opened it. Like, cut the plastic so I don't look like an idiot trying to open it.
There's a little bit of tape on it. I taped this a little bit.
A little bit.
Cut the envelope off the outside first and open it up because it's got stuff in it.
Yeah. Okay.
Today is my daughter Courtney's birthday.
Oh, happy birthday, sis.
And I did remember to tell her happy birthday. You know what was disappointing on my birthday?
What?
My kids don't usually watch this, so I can go ahead and tell you guys. All my kids forgot my birthday. Everyone.
Nice.
Everyone.
I remembered.
Yeah, you remembered, but my 4 other kids totally, not one of them remembered my birthday.
Okay. I just opened the
card.
haven't looked or anything.
Okay.
Okay. Would actually setting it down like this be easier or be better?
Whatever's easiest for you.
It doesn't matter. Okay, here we go. Wow, there's a lot of them.
Yeah,
Wow,
that's not all of them. Like I said, you got a couple really, really nice ones that are still coming.
Okay.
Probably the
No,
best ones you
that's-
got are two of them that I still have here. That was my
Happy
holiday
holidays.
card. I was a little bit late past the
I don't know
holiday.
if you want.
No.
Hold on. All right. Are you still there? Oh, God dang it. Are you still there?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. There we go. Okay. I got there's
Oh, a
this
sticker?
and your business card.
Yep.
That's it.
That's all that's in there?
Is that everything in the whole package?
Oh, I thought there was some
Empty.
cards in there.
No, that's it.
I must have put the cards in the regular package then.
It's been fun, guys. I'm glad you guys all showed up for this. No, okay. Here we go. God dang, there's a lot of them. Oh, this is the penis fish.
The Farluella, yeah. That one you won. I remember that.
Yeah, I did. Oh, and then
Oh yeah, the
there
little
it is.
foxy.
The fox. A buffalo butt.
Yes, everybody's got to have a buffalo butt.
A bird butt.
The blackbird, yeah. Or no, the crow. It's a crow.
Is this a betta or a guppy? Betta?
Betta, yeah.
Yeah.
I think you won that one too. I don't remember. I think you might have won that one too.
This one, I was kind of looking forward to this one. I can't remember
Yeah.
this one. Find a chain link fence. Yeah.
That's one of them that I thought I lost and was trying to find. So I'm glad you got that one.
Mm.
Seriously, I thought that was one of them that I lost. So that's one I can mark off my list. I didn't lose it.
Bear.
Oh yeah, the bear.
A lot of detail in that. Oh, and then the penis fish I put the back. Okay. That was the card or the envelope.
All right.
All right. Yeah, I should have like opened this before.
That bird is kind of nice in person, isn't it?
The what?
That little sparrow, isn't he kind of nice in person?
Yeah, a lot more detail and color than I thought. And it really doesn't come through on the camera.
No, it doesn't come through.
It doesn't
come through.
Here we go. I don't want to be real gentle. Yeah, I should have pre-opened this before so I didn't accidentally slice my hand open on stream or anything.
Well, heck with your hand, just don't slice any of the artwork up.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. Oh, and then I got this on the inside. Do I open it?
Yeah.
Okay. How good am I? Didn't tear it or anything. Oh, this is the commission.
Oh, is that Annie?
Yeah. I don't want to rip the thing. How'd you get it in here?
Just rip the envelope.
No, I don't want to. Jesus. Okay, I'm gonna have to. Okay. Sorry, envelope.
That is the
It's
Annie.
Annie. Oh, that's a bear. That's Annie. That's a bear.
That's why it was hard to get it out of the envelope because there was two of them.
Oh. But yeah, that's Annie. I still get them. I still call Amy Annie, and yeah. Okay. That. And I don't. Is there stuff in here too?
I think so. Yeah. It's been so long, I don't remember, but I think there's still.
I mean, I don't know how this works. Oh, okay. Oh, okay, cool. And then
Oh yeah, the hawk.
I'm trying to do it so there's no glare. That was.
And I think that might be it for now. You got more coming.
It's weird that this is taped up like this on this side. I just want to make sure because.
Yeah, you never know what I'm going to do, and I don't remember because it's been a while since I packed it up.
You're old.
Yeah, and I'm old. Thank you for reminding me of that. I might be old, but by God, I'm getting Social Security now.
There you go. Yeah, I'm very happy about that.
I am too. Like I say, once I get caught up with the rent, it's just going to be like every month. It's going to be no stress because I'll have enough to cover the bills every month. I just got to get caught up.
Okay. We're good.
It might just be taped up that way for extra strength.
Yeah. No, I'm not gonna attempt to remove anything from anything right now because I'm on the. Yeah, I'm doing this. I don't want to sidetrack myself. I'm playing with knives.
That's always fun. Well, are you okay with everything that came?
Oh yeah, thank you. Definitely. It is bittersweet because it's been like a 2-year long
saga of me trying to get to the post office and shit. Yeah.
Yeah, it's fun. It's like it's finally came to an end. But it's very hot.
Well, I hope it was worth waiting for.
Yeah. I like it. Thank you so much. I mean, it's very bittersweet, and I'm like, yeah. But yeah, thank you. Everything is. Thank you.
Is that some of that ice stuff? That ice water?
Yeah, it's sparkling ice. It's the lemon. The lemonade.
I like that stuff.
It's the lemonade flavors from Costco. They're all like super tart. It's like they have like flavored lemon in them.
Nola, hello.
Yeah.
So that's awesome. Everything got there in good shape.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. You came or you saw earlier today when I was live streaming, right?
Yeah.
Would you I don't know how early you joined, but I was going all around the back of the or I don't know where I was in the college, but yeah.
Yeah, you were somewhere in the college, yeah. Laramie is a college town too, which is the only reason it's even on the map, I think.
Mm.
Without the college, there wouldn't be much in Laramie. Laramie is mostly the college and a bunch of fast food places to feed the college kids. Still recovering from bronchitis. Oh, I hope you get better quicker. How's your mom doing? You had chronic bronchitis when you were a kid. Oh, that sucks. Starting her on more antibiotics. Oh my goodness, she's been there for a while. Yeah, that sucks.
Mm-hmm. It's very hot. I feel like if I talk too much, I'm just gonna get hotter.
That just sucks. I hate the heat so much, especially at night. I mean, I can survive it if it cools off at night, but if it cools off at night, I'm dead. Oh, when I lived in the Dalles in Oregon was really hot like that, and it didn't cool off at night because you're surrounded by rocks.
Mm. Oh, I did this.
So it'd be 90 during the day and 80 at night. I can't do that. Oh, I hope she gets better. And Courtney had to go back to the doctor too. She was in the, about a year ago, she got a dog bite from breaking up a dog fight. I told her, don't do that. You use a hose, you don't use your hands. Because her dog and the neighbor's dog got in a fight and she tried to break it up and she got bit on her hand. So
yeah, it's
like a puncture wound, like where you stretch your between your thumb and your first finger where that skin is stretched, it went like clear through there. Like a puncture wound.
The finger crotch.
Yeah, it went all the way through in a puncture wound. And then she ended up in the hospital because it started getting septic. So she had to be on antibiotics in the hospital for about a week. And a couple days ago, she got bit again. But not by her dog. She was she's a nanny, and she was at work and had the little guy out in the backyard. The neighbor's dog came over and barking and going to attack the little kid. And she grabbed the dog and was walking it back to its house, and it turned around and bit her.
Yeah, I got bit by a dog when I was reading electric meters. It was a nervous biter. He was very, very timid, and I turned my back, and that's when he bit me out, like right on the lower butt and upper thigh, and it hurt. It was more the bruise, the pressure of the bite.
Yeah.
That
dog bites can do a lot of damage. My uncle used to one of my uncles used to build houses, and he was working on this house, and the neighbors next door to where he was working had a husky, and the husky jumped the fence and came after him, and it bit him on the arm. It tore his arm up pretty good, and he never had use of that arm again. There was so much nerve damage and stuff that he no longer had use of that arm. So they can do a lot of damage.
Hey.
He still got the little man. He is so cute.
She?
No, I was talking about Nola's nephew. She posts pictures of him on Facebook all the time, and he's such a cutie. Amy is cute though too.
I thought you were losing your mind there for a second.
Well, that's quite possible too. We never, can like totally bypass that thought.
She doesn't quite play fetch too well at the house. She doesn't quite okay, bring the ball back. Sometimes she does, But when we're out, she does a lot better. It's just nice to have her out without the leash. She's starting to listen a lot better.
Oh, good.
Like the ball was bouncing, and she could have got it really easy if she just stepped out into the street. It wouldn't have been far, but she didn't because she knows not to go in the street.
And good afternoon, Blackie.
Hello there.
Oh, what's up? Love you, Blackie.
How's it going?
It's going, man.
That is good. Hello, Cat.
Just,
Hello, Trash Cat. Hello, everyone in chat. Mr. Green Games. There's a new one for me. Nola, hello, long time and all that. How's everyone been going?
Everybody's like dealing with summertime heat, but it's not too bad where I'm at.
Cold and wet, yeah.
Yeah, you guys are in the middle of your winter.
Yes. It's normally not this wet in winter, though.
It's very, very hot here.
Having like a wet summer, like we had a few days where it was just up in the 80s and hot, but the last 3 or 4 days we've had thunderstorms every afternoon, which is like brought the temperature way down every time.
Hey, Janice, how are you, love? Kia ora. Might not be a surprise to many people, but I'm a bit hungover today.
No.
Has that ever happened?
What?
I've never heard of such
you
a
being
thing.
you being hungover
Totally surprised.
on YouTube?
It's pretty rare these days, but yeah.
Hey.
Broke one of my favorite glasses last night when I was going to bed, and luckily I'd already drained it.
You broke what?
One of my glasses, the same one as this. My second to last one. Now I only have one left of that style. I'll have to steal some more from the pub because that's where they come from.
Hi, TJ.
G'day, TJ.
I remember it just brought it to mind when you said you broke your favorite glass. I remember years ago for Christmas, my mom had given me a set of 6 crystal wine glasses. And my ex-husband was just like a bull in a china closet. I mean, he wasn't careful with anything. And I remember sitting in the living room and hearing the tinkle of the last glass breaking out in the kitchen when he was out in the kitchen. The last one, and I knew it because crystal sounds entirely different from glass when it breaks. So I knew damn good and well that was the last crystal wine gullet that he just broke.
Was it an accidental breakage or a rage breakage?
He did a lot of rage breaking, but that one I think was just clumsy and stupid. But he did do a lot of rage breaking stuff.
Come on, let's go inside.
That was one of his specialties.
Come on.
Did you dye your hair, Huawei?
No. It's very gray.
I remember one time we had this old van that when we bought the van, this whole story just pissed me off. But when we bought the van, the guy told us that there was a flat spot on the flywheel, so we needed to replace the flywheel. So my husband insisted that we had to get a flywheel right then and there because he had to replace the flywheel on this van or would be burning up starters. And he couldn't wait till payday. No, I had to call up my mom and dad and borrow money to buy this flywheel, which is something that I just hated to do. I mean, I hated to ask them for money. So anyway, I borrowed the money to get the flywheel. which promptly leaned against the wall out in the carport for over a year while we burned up 4 fucking starters in the van. So this one day, he was getting ready for work, and I heard him cussing. And I looked, there's Annie. See, that's Annie I did for him. So I could look out the window and look down on the van because I was up on the second story. The bedroom was on the second story. So I looked down on the van because he was getting ready to go to work, and I heard him trying to start the van, and it wouldn't start. Right? And I heard him cussing up a storm. And then I heard him say, "Oh shit," and there was total silence. And this is not a good thing, Blackie. That's not a good thing. So I looked out the window at the van, and he had hit the windshield and spider-webbed the whole fucking windshield was spider-webbed with a big fist mark in the middle of it, right? So, and usually I kept my mouth shut because he had such a horrible temper, but he came stomping in the house, and he said, not having any idea that I'd already looked out there, but he said, "I can't get the fucking van started. Now how am I going to get to work?" And I just looked at him and I said, "I'm sure you'll think of something stupid and childish to do."
Yeah.
Which was a mistake, because then he headed out the door and he hit the side of the refrigerator with his fist, which pushed in the side of the refrigerator, and it bowed up the top of the refrigerator, and everything fell off the top of the refrigerator because the top of the refrigerator was bowed up like that, and the door of the refrigerator wouldn't shut anymore.
Win-win.
So, win-win. Yes, I should have just kept my mouth shut because it did not help things. Oh God. So yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd actually forgotten that I'd broken the glass last night because obviously I was drunk, and yeah, went to fetch my glass to make a drink just now, and it was gone. And then I realised, oh, that's right, I broke a glass. Best vacuum the carpet unless I put my feet in broken glass.
Oh.
But I
it
did.
Broke on the carpet.
Yeah. Yeah, that was what fucking blew my mind as well.
Yeah.
It only had to fall like less than 3 feet.
Yeah.
And still broke. But yeah, I was sensible enough to pick up all the big bits that I could find. But then once I realised I had to go and get the vacuum cleaner and get all the shards lest I get them in my feet.
Yeah, you don't want to do that.
No. And yeah, I will shortly. I will have to be in and out for a little bit because Mum and Dad are currently with their physiotherapist inside, and once she leaves, cute little thing too. Sorry. I'll do yeah, then I'll have to go and prepare them some lunch and stuff.
The government's not paying for you to ogle the worker that they send.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Green has a bad tooth. Nola has bronchitis. Cat popped ribs, and Blackie has a hangover.
Among other things, but let's not dwell on negatives. Yeah, Sarah's going okay. Thanks, Kat. We're not a couple anymore, just in case anyone doesn't know that by now. We have broken up. But yeah, she wishes she could be a full-time artist instead of being a working person. She doesn't like work. She wants it to be art.
I will. I'm busy right now.
Okay, yeah.
That was terse.
I
said that was terse. I'm busy right now. Fuck 'em.
Oh, yo, the thing, like I was saying, like, I was I'm gonna be busy, and yeah. Sorry,
That's all good.
it's hot. I blame the heat.
I was at a neighbor.
Mr. Green.
Huh?
Oh, Mr. Green got banned tonight on King Frostmare, but
Oh,
not
did he?
not on his Mr. Green account. It was on a new account. So that can happen sometimes. You can't rage out on people.
I'm a terrible mod for there. I'm there sometimes, but I'm never there.
I haven't been for the last week because my eyes have been so bad, but I will be getting back to it.
So, do you want to get your stream demonetized?
It's an offer that you cannot refuse.
Don't pull your pants down.
No, I was going to show you just the stuff we have. Yeah, never mind.
You can show us. I don't think that'll get us demonetized. It's all legal where you're at. So
Fruity cereal. Ooh.
magic mushroom cereal.
It's a chocolate bar.
Oh, see, all that stuff is illegal in Wyoming. You can't even have medical marijuana in Wyoming.
No,
because Wyoming is Wyoming.
same as in Idaho. They'll never get it on the ballot. I mean, if they do get it on the ballot, it will pass 100%. But it's that they have to vote to get it on the ballot, and there's too many Mormons in power.
Too many naysayers.
Yeah.
Let that happen. Yeah.
I remember one time I was don't remember where I was going, but I was on the road and I was listening to the radio and the news came on and they were talking about how this was a few years ago. They were talking about how they had a petition going around in Nebraska that needed something like 16,000 votes to get marijuana legalized on the ballot, on the voting ballot. And they needed nice. They needed like 16,000 votes or something like that. And they got the votes that they needed to get it on the ballot, but they forgot to turn it in.
God damn
And I started laughing. I was thinking, well, dang, I thought you turned it in, man.
Is that legit or is that just a Pam story?
No, that's a legit. It was on the news. It was legit. I was laughing so hard driving down the road. I was like, oh my God.
Yeah, I had my nephew who lives in Tasmania. He's on medical gear and he gets prescribed oil as well as flour. If your kids call it flour nowadays, I'm so opposed to that term.
Yep,
even
that's flour. Mm-hmm.
But yeah, he doesn't use the oil very much, so he posts it up to me for mum to help her sleep at night. And I received a fresh shipment this morning for her, but it's got a she was previously just doing a CBD oil, but this one's got some THC in it. So it's going to be interesting when she starts that one to see if she starts getting high off it as well.
Do they allow do they define hemp in Australia as anything containing less than 0.3% THC like they do here? Like you can go to a smoke shop and buy a hemp product, quote unquote, a hemp product, which just is marijuana that tests below the 0.3% THC, but it's THCA what's in it, and yeah, it's just weed.
Yeah, right. I couldn't tell you.
I was just wondering if you guys can get the same thing we could. But,
yeah, I think it's very, very fun that he risks sending stuff like that, considering it's Not yet legal in my state, but it still gets through the post. Turns up. His name's Sam T.
It's the ID. I don't care about showing the ID because it expires this month, so it's no good. Yeah, you got 14 days to use it. Go for it.
14 days.
Oh, isn't the first day or something? Second. Okay, you'll have
It's the second,
10 days.
Yeah. It's my
12 days.
Courtney's birthday, July 2nd.
It's what?
My daughter Courtney's birthday.
Oh, many happy returns.
And I called and wished her a happy birthday this morning, even though Blackie Blue, listen to this. I have 4 kids, right? Plus Sam. But of my 4 kids, not one of them remembered my birthday. Not one of them. I was like, really? Not even one of you remembered my birthday?
Kat, to answer your question, I can, pretty easy. I don't need to though. It's 100% legal in my state. The only reason I got the medical card was to kind of protect my ass when I was on probation, because it's not a legal matter anymore. It's more of a medical thing. I got a doctor to say that yes, I need this, and they can't really fuck with me then. But so that's the only reason I need it. I don't need the marijuana card to go to the dispensary or anything here. I mean, unless I wanted to buy more than, I think, like 2 ounces or an ounce or whatever at a time. That's a lot of money.
Yeah, who needs that much of the time unless you're
and
selling
you can just go to the store you can go to the store the next day and get, I mean, or you can go to the dispensary hop. We have 3 dispensaries in town, so.
Do the dispensaries work? Do they work like? Do the dispensaries work like street dealers, and the more you get, the cheaper it becomes, or is it just a fairly consistent rate for weight?
No, it's not broke up like that. You can get deals like they have like a tax-free Tuesday is, for example, it's just 24% off the top. So because tax is 24%. And then you'll get like vape Mondays where it's like 30% off vapes, or whatever. But it's not like if you buy like 5 or something, you get the 6 free or something. It's yeah.
Yeah, right.
But yeah, it's just the taxes shit though. Like this shit, it's an eighth. It goes for $50, which is pretty steep, but it's very, very good. It's top shelf, premium top shelf. But if you don't get it on one of those special days where you get a discount on it, that can cost you like $90 at the end of the day, with all the taxes and shit. Yeah. So
I think
you want
an eighth for $50 is pretty much standard street rate here anyway.
Yeah, it used to be. I mean, you can get a pretty decent eighth for $45, but I mean, this is like super like lab grown, crazy, all crystals type of shit.
Yeah, for sure. An eighth is. I'm not even gonna finish that question. Shit.
3, 4, 5 grams.
So much different than when I was a kid. I mean, when I was a kid, you bought a little baggie of weed and that was it. There was different like kinds of it. Like Colombian was one of the better ones, but now there's all this other shit. It's like I used to buy weed and then make brownies, but now it's like you can buy gummy bears and shit that's better than the brownies ever were.
We had swag and we had chronic, and we'd get swag all the time. It was like that was the male plant. It was often brickweed. It was like the shit that comes from Mexico that's stepped on. has seeds in it that you're sitting there picking out, and it tastes like crap. It gets you stoned, but it tastes like crap. And then every now and then we'll get like the Chronic will come through town, because I mean I was back in Arizona, so you're pretty isolated. I miss that. I miss smoking crappy weed.
Yeah, I get 2 ounces at a time, and I barely smoke anything nowadays. I just support one of my son's habits, and Sarah occasionally buys weed off me.
Yeah, I don't even remember how much weed used to cost. I just remember getting baggies up. But the thing is that this was like in the early 70s, and I was like 18, 19 years old and not that bad looking, and I mostly got it given to me all the time. I didn't buy it. I didn't. It's like going in the bar to get a drink. I never bought it. I just sit down, and instantly there'd be like 15 drinks sitting in front of me, and guys all over the bar trying to wink at me if I looked up, you know.
That's what you get for being pretty.
Huh?
That's what you get for being pretty.
Mm-hmm. When I was young, yeah. Not now, but when I was young.
When I was young.
But yeah, I used to get like baggies all the time, but I don't know how much they cost because I never bought any myself. So they were just like, I had friends that grew it and sold it, and they'd just give it to me.
I'm in California, TJ.
Yeah, our laws are supposed to be changing here soon, so I can just start growing it myself, which is good because my guy's moving soon. He's selling his parents have both recently died in the last 2 years, and he's got a house in Byron Bay that him and his sister are the sole heirs of. And he's set to make himself a tidy little fortune on selling that house. But yeah, don't know where he's going to move away to. But yes, he's a middleman in my situation, so it's going to change my situation regarding marijuana very shortly. But yeah, I'm getting too old to smoke weed and stuff. I should stop. I've got to stop these before I turn 50 too. That's my promise to myself.
It's amazing, the people at the dispensary. A lot more elderly people, like even older than Pam, like ancient.
Older than me?
Like fresh out of the sarcophagus type of mummy. just I mean, slightly older than Pam, yeah, like that. No, but there's a lot of all ages, a lot of young people, but a lot of elderly. A lot of young people work at the dispensary. That's pretty much all it is. But yeah.
Yeah, my mum's 81, and she's would never have been a marijuana user in her life unless it was, not frowned upon by the medical profession. But now she uses it and loves it, or doesn't love it, but enjoys the benefits it brings to her.
Mm-hmm.
See, if I really wanted some, I'd just go down into Fort Collins. Is about Colorado. The dispensary in Colorado is about maybe a 40-minute drive from here. Half an hour, 40 minutes, something like that. So
I would just assume that
I've been there a couple times with one of my kids, and it's like you pull into the parking lot, and like 3/4 of the cars in the parking lot have Wyoming plates.
They used to do that when people used to go over the border from Idaho to Ontario, Oregon. Cops used to Idaho State Police, the highway patrol, basically would post up and then pull people over and then search their car coming back from Oregon all the time. And that's just what they did. And they bust people.
That's why you gotta know the back roads.
Yeah. It's a long ass way back roads. Yeah.
I would assume that by now in Colorado that it'd just be growing wild everywhere.
It's I was watching a thing where they're comparing Colorado to California, the industries and everything. California is just so much bigger than Colorado is. Like Colorado is like almost 2 years behind California in the products they have too. Like what's big in California 2 years later is going to be big in
Probably helped
we're
a lot, because when I was a kid and it was illegal everywhere, you had to be really careful. My uncle was a park ranger at Lake Mead, and from the dam to LA, they have the LA rivers, which are really just big cement canals, but they call them the LA River. And all along that area, before you start getting into the city, there was like patches of marijuana that people would kill you if you found them. So yeah, you had to be really careful of that during that time. So that's probably stopped a lot of that kind of crap.
My first felony in Idaho was for a 1/4 ounce of marijuana. Actually, it was less than a 1/4 ounce. It was 6.4 grams of marijuana. So, yeah. Not only did I get cheated out of a full 1/4, I also got a felony for it. Yeah.
Didn't find that out until the cops told you.
Yeah. I was like, oh, cool.
I had some friends in Scappoose. This was when I was young and stupid and stuff, but I had some friends that grew and sold marijuana, plus they made speed. So and my dad was a truck driver, and my brother-in-law, who was also a truck driver, would buy speed from me that he would then turn around and sell to my dad for a higher price. I figured out he was like making some bucks on it too. He was selling it to him for a higher price. So, but anyway, I knew something was up because I started noticing all these. There was what was definitely undercover cops were all over Scappoose. Well, sure as shit, they busted my friends for the speed and the marijuana, and they went to jail for quite a while. But the thing is that when they got to court, they only got charged for half of what they got busted with. Yeah. You tell me what happened to the other half of the stuff. And what are they going to do? Stand up in court and say, no, Judge, I had twice as much as that.
Yeah. Yeah, everyone used to love speed. Hang on a sec. Yep. I'm being called. I'll be back.
But that happened fairly frequently. The cops will take some of it and, like say, what are you going to do? Stand up and say, no, I had more than that.
Yeah.
I have to admit, and this is probably bad of me, and some people will probably get mad if they hear me say this. So if you're going to get mad at me, go ahead and get mad at me.
I'm already pissed.
But I have lost in the last 15, 20 years, I've lost any respect that I had at all for the police department.
Me too.
In general, because they are not the big heroes that everybody thinks they are. They are crooked as all hell. Like I say, they'll take the drugs, they'll take the, and do all that stuff. They'll look for stuff to give you tickets for. They aren't out there. They are not out there. They're not out there to help you people. They are out there to figure out ways to write you tickets and get more money out of you.
Yeah. I'm lucky that this town under-polices. Where I was in Idaho, they over-policed, and it was terrible. Like, you got pulled over for everything, anytime, no matter who you were, and you're guaranteed to, get a ticket or even worse. Here, like, you can be speeding, you can have you can be driving without your headlights on, speeding, committing domestic violence, and smoking crack, and the cop might pull you over.
Yeah,
that's if it's not going to inconvenience him, he might pull you over. It's
with
you can get away.
What
I'm
happened
sorry.
with me to start changing my mind was when I was in Montana. I was on a frontage road, and I was pulled over on the shoulder of the road taking pictures of some horses, and a kid rear-ended me at about 70 miles an hour.
Ow.
Totally fucked up my truck, fucked up his car. He wasn't hurt. Thankfully, we weren't hurt, but my truck, we went over a bank. My youngest daughter was in the truck with me, and we went over a bank, and then we had to like climb up the bank to get back up to the road. And when I got back up to the road, I was like, wow, there's a drivetrain and a tire laying there that looked pretty familiar. My truck was it was done. It totaled my truck. But the thing is, when the cops and stuff started showing up, the kid that hit me was the son of the owner of the biggest bar and hotel in Livingston.
Nice.
So, can you guess who they were trying to pin everything on?
You.
Yeah, you're damn right. And the cops were looking for anything they could write me a ticket for. Meanwhile, this kid was on his phone texting when he hit me, and he was driving with a suspended license. And he didn't get a ticket for anything. Nothing. And they fucking gave me a parking ticket for pulling over on the shoulder of the road. And then they were like taking measurements and everything, trying to see if there was anything else they could pin on me. And I'm just sitting there going, holy shit, this is not what I thought the justice system was, at all, but this is what it is. This is what it is.
It's well, I think it's small towns, small states like Idaho is very tiny. It's just the police go crazy. They have nothing to do, and they lose their money if they don't fill their quotas. So,
and Laramie, I live in Laramie, Wyoming now, and Laramie, the police department here, totally sucks. We've been on the news a couple times for the police department here. Like, the college was having a demonstration for something. The college kids were on the sidewalk carrying signs and stuff. They were demonstrating about something. I forget what. But they were told, as long as they stayed on the sidewalk and didn't step on the road, they wouldn't get arrested or anything, okay? They pulled one kid out of the crowd. The police department pulled one kid out of the crowd and arrested him for protesting. And he was
the black kid?
He was the only black kid there.
Yeah.
And they pulled him out of the fucking crowd and arrested him for protesting. And it made some other kids upset. And when they started pulling out with them, like a couple kids stepped off the sidewalk and were yelling, and they got run over by the police car.
Yeah, as one does.
Yeah. That's the Laramie Police Department. And then there's another story that I won't even tell, where one of Laramie's finest shot a guy in the back 4 times. An unarmed guy in the back 4 times. I knew the guy too.
Very clearly a threat, though.
And he didn't get in any trouble because his mom and dad own the ski resort outside of town here. And his father is a state trooper. And
I mean, if you're running away
his sister owns
without a gun,
the newspaper. So, yeah, nothing happened with him.
Yeah, if you're running away without a gun, that's a clear sign of hostile intentions, and you're about to die. So you better unload.
Yeah, well, he
did.
did.
You better act before they do. It's better.
And
it's
then
better to be. Oh, sorry.
The one that really, this one was really good too, is my daughter was working at McDonald's as a closing shift manager.
Mm-hmm.
She had moved out. She had her own apartment on the other side of McDonald's where I am, about a half a mile, but she had ridden her bike to work and it snowed like hell. So she called and asked me if I could give her a ride home because it was snowing and icy and everything, and she didn't have a car. And I said, sure, I'll come get you. And it was like 1:30 in the morning. So I go over there to pick her up, and they're starting to close stuff up and turn off the lights and stuff. She's got a couple kids working with her. And I pulled up close to the door because the driveway was like just a solid sheet of like packed snow and ice.
Mm-hmm.
So I pulled up close to the door so she wouldn't have to walk through that and fall down. And I was just sitting there listening to the radio with my headlights on and stuff and like waiting for her. So I'm sitting there and I look off the side and I see a cop car going by. And I saw him look right at my truck. And I saw him touch his brakes. And I thought, okay, he's going to pull in here and see what I'm doing sitting here at night. No big deal, right? So I just turned my radio off and got out my license and stuff and rolled my window down ready to give him when he came up to the window. So I'm watching him pull into the driveway, and he turned off his headlights and pulled up behind me with no headlights on and no flashers on either. He pulled up behind me dark, like with his headlights off and everything. And I'm watching him in my rearview mirror, and he climbed out of the truck, and he's talking into the radio on his collar, and he drew his fucking gun. I'm watching him draw his fucking gun at the back of my truck.
You're a clear threat.
Yeah, and he like squats down by the bumper of my truck with his gun drawn. And I'm sitting there with my hands on the steering wheel, watching him in the rearview mirror going, holy shit, holy shit, holy shit. You know, I'm going to die. And I'm like, come on, Megan, hurry up, get out here. And Amy's so cute. And anyway, so yeah, so he drew his gun and he's sitting there. And I know what he was doing on his radio was calling for backup. So the two kids that were working with my daughter, they stepped out the door first, and they kind of froze, and they looked at him and they looked at me, and they looked kind of shocked. And he didn't say anything, and they're just standing there staring at him. And my daughter steps out, and she turns around. She's got her back to him because she's like locking up the doors with all the keys and shit. And then she turns around, and the policeman looks at her, and he says, is he drunk? And he's like pointing at my truck, and she's like, no, that's my mom. And he didn't say anything. He just like got in his truck and drove off. And my daughter got in the car. And about that time, another police cruiser comes cruising through the parking lot from the other direction. I know that was the backup that he called. And he just like waved at me as he went on by. And my daughter, she's looking at me. She says, Mom, I told you to get rid of this fucking truck. But yeah, because I always got pulled over in my truck. But yeah, so that didn't exactly like give me huge confidence in the police department here either.
Yeah, I've heard that story before.
Yeah.
Check it out. Check it out real quick. Watch. See, look at my feet. Never mind. If you didn't see it, I won't do it again. Yeah, I'll do it again. Okay, I'm done.
How the hell did you do that? Amy's going like, what the hell are you doing with your feet?
Yeah. Let me see.
But anyway, all in all with everything, I don't have that much confidence in the police department. And they're just, to be truthful, they're just people.
Mm-hmm.
They aren't like big heroes or anything. They're just people with a job. And a lot of them, because I used to have a lot of them come in and get coffee and stuff when I worked at the convenience store. A lot of them would come in during the night and talk to me a little bit and stuff. And a lot of them are really nice people, and I liked them. But there are some of them where it takes a certain personality to want that control ability, and those are the bad ones, and there's a lot of those too.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
There's the mouse ears.
we're part of a gang.
Hogan Hill Design. Hello, hello.
Oh no, she's a German Shepherd boxer. We thought she might have been Malinois. We thought she might have been Dutch Shepherd. But she's German Shepherd boxer, miniature Schnauzer, Shiba, Shiba, Husky, Malamute, Chow, in that order. Yeah, sorry, you just kind of took over there for a second.
Exactly, Trash Cat. I totally agree with that. That's how I feel about celebrities too. When I worked for Disneyland, I used to see a lot of celebrities, and they're just people with fancy ass jobs, and that's it. And some of them are really nice, and some of them are total assholes, just like normal people.
I didn't see Jake from State Farm, or Katie. Hi. Yeah.
Blackie, but I'd love to see Blackie with ears. I should send Blackie some ears, huh? So you'd have some ears to wear. And everybody who has gotten here later and didn't hear my news earlier, I got my first Social Security check today. Yay! And I still have to. It's going to be a big change, people, really, because I was just barely surviving before. As in, if you think about it, okay, I figured out how much I made last year, and this is including gifts and GoFundMe and everything else. I made a total of $6,000 for the whole year.
Mm.
If you ever wonder why I couldn't send stuff sometimes, and sometimes I am broke, that's why. You think about it, $6,000 for a whole year is not a whole lot of money when you're paying bills and living by yourself. But I made it, and now it's going to get better from here on out. I still have to catch up. I'm behind on my rent, and I don't have enough to pay that, so I've got to figure that out. But once I get caught up, things are going to be different on my streams too, because I'm going, instead of doing trying to sell stuff all the time, I'm going to be working on bigger pieces like oil paintings for shows and stuff again. And I'm going to do a lot of giveaways with little cards, which is just going to be a whole lot of fun. And there, I should blow you up so you can show everybody some of your artwork that you got. Hang on, I'm going to blow you up. Oh, hush. All I'm doing is moving my toes, and you're acting like you're dying. That is a Swainson's hawk.
And then.
And that is a crow, the butt of a crow. And the butt of a buffalo. One of my famous buffalo butts. And a little fox kit. Little fox kit. And a Farlowella catfish. And
I like this one a lot.
A grizzly bear.
I like this one a lot. A lot of detail.
And that is a male sparrow. And I really like that card. That's one of my favorite cards I've done. I really like that one a lot. And then a betta.
Yay. Oh, and then.
And another grizzly bear with snow on his nose. And that is
my dog. My old dog.
That is an Annie dog.
Yay. Thank you again. I really like them. Thank you. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, guys. That was way too much of me.
Did Blackie say where he was going?
I think his parents. Yeah.
Oh, okay. And I got another round of stuff out going to everybody. And I thought that I had lost that sparrow. So I'm really glad that that was in there because I couldn't find it. And I was looking for it to put in your box and I couldn't find it. And I thought I'd not, but there is a small ACEO of a wolf that I know is someplace that belongs to you. And I think it's back behind the dresser or on the floor back behind stuff. So I got to find it. But at least you did get the sparrow, which I was really upset that I couldn't find that one because that's like one of my favorites.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's got like I tried to show it, but I couldn't get a good photograph of it. And I couldn't really show it good, holding it up. But it's got a lot of color and detail and stuff in it. That's the thing when you get the actual art, you see that it doesn't what I show when I'm holding it up to the webcam and stuff, it just doesn't show it at all. It's a lot different when you actually get it in person. Even taking photographs of it doesn't show the colors and stuff real well. Sam broke into Pam's house and took what he wanted. Oh yeah, but it's going to be fun once I get caught up with everything, and just doing the monthly Social Security. It's going to be like so much easier, and my streams will be fun because I'm just going to do I'm going to work on some bigger pieces of art, and at the same time, I'm just going to do a bunch of little cards that I'm going to give away on my streams. And it will just be fun for everyone. And that's going to be starting really soon, guys. As soon as I get caught up, that's what we're going to be doing on my streams. So see that
I already have the
cards. That's going to be a lot bigger after a little bit here.
I am trying to get these.
And you can take those out of the plastic sleeves and frame them, but they will last forever in those plastic sleeves too.
Yeah, why would I take them out?
Yeah, I was gonna say they'll last forever in those little sleeves.
Yeah.
GRB, hello. Did you get your mail?
My chat. I don't know why I have the chat up. It doesn't refresh.
On my Social Security, I'm going to be driving a Tesla. I'm not going to be rich, but I'm going to be able to pay my bills without sweating every month. And that's going to be kind of nice. And it's going to be a huge, huge stress reliever. To know that, like right now when a bill comes in the mail, I'm like, oh my God, how am I going to pay this one? So, and now I don't have to do that. I'm going to be able to just say, okay, I got this, got some money left over for groceries, and we're good. Let's do some drawing. Oh, good. GRB did get his.
G'day, GRB. And whoever else, Sterling, Steve. And they expect people to read this tiny printing on tiny bottles.
Oh, I know. I can't anymore. I used to when I was young, and now I have to the best way to read it, Blackie, what I do. Are you ready for this? I take a picture of it with my phone, and then I open up the picture on my phone, and I use my fingers to blow it up so I can read the print. That's how I read medicine bottles now. Because I'm fucking old.
It's hard enough for me, and I'm not quite that old.
No, you're still a kid. I am 69.
Up top.
Next year, I'm going to be 70. 70. I am knocking on 70's door.
I'll be 50 this year, but thankfully it's at the end of the year.
When is your birthday, Blackie?
Thanks for stopping by, Hagen Hill. Stop by again when you see me come up, and everybody subscribe so you get notifications, because really soon, like within a few weeks, my live streams I'm going to have stuff to give away every live stream.
Pick a number 1 through 75. Closest without going over wins.
Yep.
Window pants type stuff.
Really quick. All I got to do is catch up on one bill, and then it's going to be giveaways, a lot of giveaways, and I'm going to be working on stuff for art shows.
It's generally better not to spill tomato sauce on your bills.
No, that's probably a good idea. We could.
When you say tomato sauce, you mean ketchup.
Advice to live by, that should be right up there on the top 10, shouldn't it?
Isn't that what she just said? She got ketchup on one of her bills?
Yeah. But you said tomato sauce. Tomato sauce.
Why is it? Here we go. Philosophical question for the ages. Why is it that we say tomato and tomato, but we all say potato the same?
I don't know.
You say potato weird.
Potato?
Potato?
I don't say potato. I say tomato. But they're the same spelling apart from one letter.
Oh.
But we pronounce them fucking different. It's been keeping me awake for nights now, this bloody quandary of mine.
I advise spilling something else on bills. Yeah, huh?
Gasoline and a match.
I don't get you, dog. You want to go outside or not?
She was just outside.
I know, but she's sitting by the door. Then I go open the door, and then she walks back, and then she stands there looking at me. I'm like, come on. She's like, okay. And she just stands there. Like, okay, we're not going back outside. Whatever.
Trash Cat, do you mean the city in Australia or the piles of stones in Scotland?
The city in Australia.
Cans.
I'm sorry?
Tits. Cans.
Do you not see the R that's right there in the kind of the middle of the word?
Surely by now people understand that Australians don't recognise R. I'm trying to think of words that don't start with R that we actually pronounce the R in, because that's generally.
Oh my God, DRB, no.
Generally, the only time we pronounce R's is at the start of a word, or if it's like the first 2 or 3 letters in a word. Arachnid. Yep, got that R in there.
GRB says, I do feel we need to go back to the random number game for giveaways where everyone just kept as many numbers out as fast as they could. Oh my God, I did that the first time I did a giveaway. I just said, pick a number between such and such, and it was like the numbers were flying so fast that I couldn't, when it was all said and done, I couldn't even scroll back to the beginning. It wouldn't go back that far. I mean, they were flying out there so fast, and I was like, okay, stop. That didn't work. We got to do something different. That's why I came up with the one number.
Who was saying, was it Mr. Green that was saying about pronouncing cars?
Hey, Debs.
Hey, Debs.
Does he park his car in the yard? No, I'm not even doing Chicago properly. Is it Chicago that gets shit for
Boston,
cars?
Boston.
Boston.
Boston, yeah. The Boston, you go get your khakis. Your khakis.
No, so I was in Idaho. Someone was telling me I needed a Pac Maca by the something, but then she kept going with it. And I was just like, "What the fuck are you saying?" And I was like, okay. And then she said it again. And I'm like, yeah. And I'm like, and honestly, I don't understand what you're saying. Yeah.
G'day, Debs.
Hey, Daniel, hola.
Oh, I'm going to go through which everybody's seen already, but I'm going to show everybody the art that I do have for sale right now. I gave away a bunch last week for my birthday, so I don't have a lot left right now. I'm doing a really cute frog, though. Wait till you guys see him. He's really cute.
Well, mate.
And I got to pull him up. Hang on a second here. I was not prepared. But I'm sure everybody's seen most of this stuff anyway. But like I say, as soon as I get caught up with the rent and I have I have a steady income coming in at the first of the month, every month now. So we're going to be doing a lot of giveaways, and then I'm going to be working on some big oil paintings for the last 3 or 4 years. Ducks Unlimited has sent me an invitation to enter their show, and I never have time because I'm always trying to do stuff to sell so I can pay my rent, but I can do that stuff now. So that's what I'm going to type of stuff I'm going to be doing. And then doing a lot of cards for giveaways on my streams. Right now, we've got the Buffalo, which we've had for a while.
I'm still so surprised that hasn't sold yet.
Yeah, it's an 8x10. Or if you took the mat off of it, it just almost says it's an 11x14. But I put a mat on it to make it easier for people to frame if they want to do it cheaper. So it would drop into an 11x14 frame with the mat on it. And then I've got this one, which is a Cormorant, and it is a 4x6 colored pencil.
We call them cormorants down here.
Cormorant. I can't even say it that way. And this is
we pronounce both the R's in that word.
You pronounce both the R's?
Congratulations.
And this is a dark cross fox, which is a cross between a red fox and a silver fox. And they can come out all red, or they can come out all silver. Or if they come out like with a dark saddle on them and dark tail and stuff, this one is called a dark cross fox. And it is an 8x10 matted to go into an 11x14 frame. And then, oh yeah, look at this one's a new one. This is a female mandarin duck with a baby. And she is 4x6 matted to a 5x7.
Apparently, wait for it. Apparently, mandarin ducks have problems pronouncing their R's as well.
Oh, do they?
Apologies to any Chinese people in the chat.
And this silly little drawing this I did for TJ. And for those of you who don't know, TJ and I went to school together, and I used to draw this little girl all over my books and stuff. So she was talking about it the other day, so I did this little ACEO card for her.
How did you remember what she looked like after all these years?
I know I haven't drawn her since I was in high school, but I used to draw her on everything. I mean, it was a constant doodle. So it took me a couple tries to get her small enough to go on the ACEO card, but I did it. So anyway, that one I did for DJ. So that's what we have that's for sale right now, which is not a lot. There'll be more. I might
Cheers,
do
Mr.
another
Woody.
live stream tomorrow or the next day too. We'll see. Because I do need to catch up with the rent so I can be on an even keel and then get to the drawing and giveaways and stuff. Once I get done playing catch up, everything is going to be good now. Yeah, let me see if I can stop screen. There we go. Yeah, I figure I can do that, like do a bunch of giveaways and then figure on like doing a post office run like twice a month and pay all my bills on the first when my SS check comes, and life is going to be a whole lot different than it has been. And it has taken me forever to get it going. I swear to God, I swear that they throw up all these obstacles and do all this bureaucratic shit because they want you to die before you ever collect a dime from them.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's why they do it.
My dad just started going through, or last year is when he retired, so he's been dealing with the whole Medicare and Medicaid, or not old Medicaid, because California has pretty good health insurance, Medi-Cal.
Ah, okay. Yeah, I got signed up for Medicaid too, so I'm on that too now. So that's a good thing. Except that the doctor's appointments I won't be able. The actual Medicaid won't start until February 1st for some reason. But I've got right now. I've got hospital insurance, which I didn't have before, so that's good. So I can't go to the doctor, but I can go to the hospital.
You'll never use it though. Like not because you'll never get injured, but you're too
You got to go to hospital to actually use it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you aren't supposed to tell anybody that, Sam. You know me too well. You've watched me too much, and you know that I never go to the doctor for anything.
It's like, yeah, that's awesome. Yeah.
Well, I made it through that major leg injury without getting septic or anything, so that was good.
Just barely.
Craig, hello. And I just noticed Sterlo's $10. Nice one, Sterlo. Good on you. I don't know if anyone else already noticed it and gave the lad his kudos.
Yeah, we don't talk about the burn injury, Cat.
Mm-hmm.
It was just a minor injury. I didn't need to go to the doctor for that. It healed right up. Only took about 5 or 6 weeks, and it was all healed.
And the rest.
Oh, 5 or 6 weeks, and then I could put pants on again anyway. So it was somewhat healed by then.
Indeed, GRB. Indeed, it is. Oh, it's ridiculous hair. I'm going to cut it off after winter. Maybe. Fuck's sake.
Yeah.
I even did that. I know you're going to be shocked to find this out, but I even did that with one of my kids. With Courtney. When I was pregnant with Courtney, I never went to into the doctor at all until I was in labor. And they were not real happy with me at the hospital when I showed up either. And they asked me who my doctor was, and I was like,
Me, myself, and I.
Yeah. And this one doctor, he like looked at my records, and I could hear him. He was out in the hallway, and he's like, "I'm not taking her. I don't want nothing to do with her."
That
So
doesn't sound
the nurse
very.
came in. The nurse came in, and I said, "I don't want that doctor. No matter what, keep him away from me." And I ended up with this old doctor that was like in his 70s and about to retire, and he just laughed and thought it was funny that I hadn't been to a doctor, and he didn't have any problem at all delivering a baby. So there you go. But I know you guys would be shocked to hear that I did that, huh?
Not really. I'm getting mad likes on a comment that I made on Threads last night.
Uh-oh, do you know what it was? Or what it meant? Wow, you've been a member for 24 months. Wow.
I'm surprised let me say that.
Underrated.
Your stream, it's weird. It won't even let me say if there's like a few things it won't let me say.
On my stream?
Yeah, it's just I think who was on Terry was on and he made a joke, and I was just repeating the punchline to the joke, but it wouldn't let me say it. It was like he called himself a dick, and I was just like, oh yeah. Then I was I couldn't call him a dick, or because it just wouldn't let me post it.
Oh, I'll have to check that. I have some words blocked, but the only ones I remember blocking was like anything to do with the pandemic.
Yeah, I can see the words, but it's it's just a setting. I don't know. I found out that you can't say a few things on just on any chat.
Oh,
no matter
wow.
how
I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
Like I say, I know as far as blocking words myself, I think the only words I have blocked are from the pandemic. So
let me see.
Because they were real sticky there for a while. If you said anything about, like if you said anything about anything, they would like basically put your streams and your videos down in the algorithm so far that they wouldn't pop up for anybody if you begged them to,
You have coronavirus with no space, COVID-19, drugs, hash, I added meth, and Trump.
Yeah. That worked for me.
Yeah. Most of those words aren't even a problem, but still, it's, yeah.
I avoid politics. I mostly avoid politics. I mean, if anybody pays attention, they can kind of see which direction I lean anyway, but I avoid politics because, I mean, face it, I am a wildlife artist. Who buys more wildlife art than anybody else? Would you say Republicans or Democrats? So I just keep my mouth shut.
Who does? No, hang on. You just said you have no input. Don't answer that question. I have no idea. A no idea. Oh.
I went to get someone a serving earlier, and YouTube sent me a message saying, "Are you sure you want to post that?"
Yeah, I've had those messages.
Yeah, exactly, Mr. Green. That's why I avoid it. Politics and religion just feed arguments. And I am 69 years old, and I don't feel like arguing with people anymore. For one thing, nobody's going to listen to you. Everybody has their opinions, and you aren't going to change it. So there's no reason to fight about it.
Arguments are just feisty conversations, though.
they can be fun, but at the same time, it's like, ugh.
Kat asks me how I'm feeling. I'm regretting starting to drink at the start of this stream because I was
Hair of the dog.
already such a silly boy.
Is there an oil field in the wildlife paintings? No, but yeah, basically. Oh my gosh, I remember. I think one of the last times I made like a purely political post, and I said after this one I was done. I said I'm just done with it. I made a post on Facebook that had like political leans. It wasn't even very bad, but this guy came on that I didn't know and started like arguing just dumb shit. And I'm like, that doesn't even make sense. And then he said, and this was just out of nowhere, he said, I hope you buy a wolf pup and it grows up and rips your throat out. And I was like, wow, that escalated quickly. And then he left, and I went and I got my son Tucker, and I said, look at this post. And he checked, and the guy had like disappeared already. So Tucker the next day, because God bless my son Tucker. Tucker has the ability, I'm sure you guys know somebody like this, but Tucker can absolutely tear you a new asshole without cussing once. He's just got this ability with words. And he went and found the guy that did that. And he sent me like screenshots of some of the stuff that they were saying. But Tucker started insulting him using Shakespeare quotes. And the guy was getting so upset. The guy told Tucker he was going to call the police on him. And Tucker said, what are you going to tell him? I shook a spear at you? Which cracked me up. But then Tucker found out that this guy is actually related to him. It's like Tucker's aunt, her first marriage, when she married this guy, he had 2 sons from another marriage. And this guy that insulted me like that was one of those sons. So in a way, the guy like is related to Tucker and, kind of not too far off related to Tucker. So Tucker told him that he was embarrassed that he stuck his big toe into his gene pool, which also cracked me up. But yeah, so the guy's kind of a relation in a way. And that happened a couple years ago. And then about a year ago, Jessica, my oldest daughter, told me that she was talking to somebody on one of her dad's threads, and it was this kid. It was this guy that had done this. And she said, do you know this guy? Because he said he knows you and Tucker, and he won't even go into Billings without, looking over his shoulder, which is where Tucker lives. The guy's scared to go into Billings. Oh, it was so funny. But anyway, yeah, the guy was so upset he was going to call the police on Tucker because he tracked him down and was insulting him. And Jessica just told the guy when he said that, she just told him, well, you shouldn't probably go after my mom.
Thanks, Trash Cat.
But it was pretty funny. I mean, the whole conversation was just hilarious. I was laughing so hard. But yeah, the guy learned you don't fuck with Tucker's mom.
You're just slowly building an outfit up, Huawei, or what? First mousy is now the glasses.
These are prison issue frames.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
They're kind of cool. They'll be back in no time.
We used to call them Mokleys, like Oakleys, but Mokleys, like molester, or diaper snipers,
Diaper snipers,
Child Finder 3000s.
Uh, yeah, I was telling Sam that I need to find a good pair of mouse ears and send them over to Australia for you to put on during my live streams. We need to do that.
You know, they probably won't fit my massive head, so don't bother.
You just would be scared to wear them.
I mean, you can see I'll put any nonsense on my fucking head.
They stretch.
Hmm?
I said they'll stretch. Oh, that looks absolutely gross, Sam. What the hell are you doing?
I didn't even know you had a nose pierce.
I don't.
You don't?
No.
How do you
It's
do
called
that?
a lot of cocaine. I don't have a septum.
Right, fair enough.
Yeah.
That makes me cringe.
I think it's cool. But I used to do the old sticker like a 4-inch nail or something into my nose. Trick where you put it right down the back of the horizontal cavity in the back of the nose.
Oh, you're making me cringe. Don't talk like that. Oh.
It was a fun party trick, but I did learn that you probably need to wipe the things down that you put in your nose with some kind of sterilizing fluid first, because quite often I would end up with some kind of infection in my nose because I've been putting dirty things deep into my head.
When I was a kid, my brother stuck a marble up his nose.
Couldn't get it out.
Which promptly was stuck really good. And I remember my parents like sitting on him and digging that marble out of his nose, and there was blood flying everywhere. Don't put things up your nose.
You're not my supervisor. I forgot which line I wanted to use, and I went with 2 different ones. Mr. Green's brother swallowed a toad.
Was that because he swallowed a fly and then he swallowed a spider to catch the fly? A frog comes in there somewhere, right?
If anyone can remember the complete order of that.
Yeah, I think a frog comes in there at some point.
I remember what else my brother put up his nose one time: raisins. He put raisins up his nose for some god-awful reason. Who knows why? And the thing with raisins is when they're up your nose and they got all this moisture and stuff and heat, and they start swelling up.
Jesus.
Yeah. So that was interesting.
Ouch.
That's next level oral fixation, isn't it? It's kind of the opposite, isn't it? I suppose.
You guys are just you're giving me like multiple cringes here.
Surgery to get your earring out of your ear, Kragos.
Yeah.
Oh.
Piercing your eardrum.
And there was a couple little girls in town that
Rachel.
when I lived in Eastern Washington, this one little girl swallowed her toothbrush. She was like brushing her tongue. Someone told her it was good to brush your tongue, and she brushed too far back, and she ended up swallowing her toothbrush.
Jesus
and
Christ.
they had to do surgery. They had to do surgery to get it out of her stomach. That's not just to poop out the toothbrush. They had to do actual surgery to get it out. Hey, there's Andrew.
G'day, Andrew.
How are you doing, Andrew? You can come up too if you want to. There's a link pinned at the top.
Yeah, I have a ridiculous gag reflex. So anytime I try and brush too far back on my tongue or the roof of my mouth or
I
even my
start gagging
teeth
too.
sometimes. G'day,
Yeah.
Vic.
Hey, Vic, cutie.
Hey, Vic. Hi, Vic.
Cutie alert.
Boots Cat says, how do we tell the two Pams apart? I've got the sparkly ears.
You got to lift their skirts up.
Oh.
It's bloody belting down with rain now. How's the weather in your joint, Pragos? Fucking
I bet it's
freezing.
hotter than hell in Southern California too.
Yeah, how hot is it for you, Vic? It's gonna be like 115 for the next couple days.
Wow, that is quite warm, isn't it?
Yeah.
What's that?
I don't know what
30s,
that.
40s?
I don't know what that exactly transfers into.
Come on,
Yeah,
you've had enough time integrating with Australians to be able to have those calculations ready to go.
87 degrees Celsius.
Fuck off, it is.
Yeah, what is it? 43 degrees. That's what
Yeah,
Cat lives in Canada, so she does like both kind of, but mostly Celsius. Yeah.
And that makes her a superior human. Well done, you, Cat.
I think it's like high 30s. I think 37. I don't know. The world will never know.
Yeah, 37's okay if you're indoors, but if you've got to like work and stuff, cold enough for clothes. About time you covered your legs up, lad.
Vic says he's a
It is 46.
46. Fuck, that is quite warm. Yeah, stay inside.
I didn't mean to doubt you, Kat. I just thought it was lower than that. I didn't. Wow.
Pardon me. Does anyone use Threads?
No. I keep getting like, oh, you have 9 threads, and I'm like, I don't care. I don't want to download the app. I did at one point, but then I never used it, so I was like, but there's no point in having this, so I just deleted it.
My recent comment on a post now has 282 likes. My largest Threads interaction ever. And people are sharing stuff. I don't know if it'll show on screen, but I'm going to show. No, it's not going to show, is it? Because it's too dark in here. I'll screenshot it and send it to Pam, and Pam can screen share.
I can do that. Yep, I can share it. I had a Facebook post one time that got like 196,000 views.
That's hefty.
Yeah, it like totally surprised me. Okay, let me find you here.
It's basically a post about, it started as a Batman post. Batman is called Batman because of his fear of bats. What would your superhero be? your
That's not what popped up for me. Hang on, let me try it again.
based on what you fear.
Oh, there we go. Okay. Yep, that would do it for me too. Hang on, I'll share it here. I can see why 292 likes. I can see why. I can understand that.
People are even commenting. I didn't even know people did that. Commenting on comments.
Hang on, I'm getting it here. Okay.
Rachel, social interaction woman.
Okay, I'm going to blow it up so everybody can read what
I can't see it all.
comment is here. Oh,
So
hold
yeah,
on.
it might have helped if I cropped it a bit. You know.
Hang on, I'm going to blow it up to where it's just this for a second. And there's his comment right there.
I can't see anything.
Yeah,
My
I was
screen's
going
way
to
too
say
small.
anyone reading on a screen smaller than mine is going to struggle.
Yeah, it's my eyes aren't that good anyway.
Yeah, I can hardly see it too, so I can understand. It says, shit my pants in public again, man.
That's your biggest fear, Blackie? Biggest?
No. It was completely for comedic purposes. I can shit my pants any day of the week. I'm quite happy to shit my pants in public and make everyone around me feel very uncomfortable.
You're the only one pretending you don't smell anything?
No, I walk along going like this to people. And you get some, and you get some. I pretend I'm Oprah. Just, just on a whim.
One of my
Yeah.
videos has a lot of views, but let me see if I can find it real quick. Tell you, because it goes up all the time, so I gotta check to see how many views it has now. Believe it or not, I actually have a video that has a lot of views, Blackie. Believe that.
Yeah, you've just inspired me to check mine as well, because I haven't looked at my plays for a long time. Pardon me.
It has 14.5K views on one of my videos.
Can't even work out how to sort this shit.
So it's just almost 15,000 views.
Pardon me.
Oh, that woke me up.
Are we talking about the most viewed video on our channel?
Yeah.
44,000.
You got 44,000.
But that wasn't really it was from a long time ago, and it was an Alex Jones thing, so it wasn't really like I didn't do anything. It's just basically recorded it.
I can't even work out how to find out which is my most viewed video anymore. That's how little I go into YouTube Studio.
Yeah, no, go into your YouTube, on your main channel, and then hit your videos and then search by popular. And it should give you the most viewed.
Yeah, there we go. Thank you. 32,765 is my most viewed YouTube video.
Damn.
Followed by 15,035, followed by 823. A considerable drop. And that second one, I still get fucking comments. At least one comment a week.
Really?
Yeah, because it's a video about a massive black shark.
Oh.
We were moving one tank to another. And people still say, that fish is in too small a tank. And it's like, we're fucking moving it, you idiots.
I will admit I did see that, and I did comment about the size of the tank and how disturbingly small it was.
It's like
no, but I have seen that.
People don't watch all the way through and don't listen to what you're saying in the video, because I clearly explained the whole way through the video that this fish is in a tank that's way too small for it, and it's getting moved. And then it got gifted onto a dude. Well, not gifted, but yeah, gifted. Gifted will do. I can't think of a better word at the moment. And yeah, he put it in a massive big tank with all these different fish and stuff. And apparently that big black shark went on and killed a whole bunch of his really expensive fish.
Oh, no.
He took it back to the fish shop and didn't want it anymore. It was a big black shark. You know, those things get huge. This thing was like almost, it was 45 centimeters, which I guess is nearly 2 feet, but not quite. 1.5, 1 3/4 feet long, about. Oh no, 1.5. 45 centimeters is 1.5 feet. Math. Oh, that was another one of my word ones too, was that, what did I post on? I don't know whether it was on Twitter or Facebook or what the other day, but I posted, in America, you do math and play sports. In Australia, we do maths and play sport.
That's, yep.
We're fucking just butchering this English language that we both use, aren't we? No consistency.
English is very, it's amazing anybody learns it. If you just look at all the stupid rules and things that you have to, like, this word is pronounced this way, but if you change the first letter, it's pronounced a totally different way, where it's like that, like,
Yeah, it's a bastardized language that's originated from multiple different languages. So, you know, we're doomed. We're doomed. And it's only going to get worse. It's not going to get better. Wisteria is sending me a Chromebook and a haunted box. Could be interesting. I thought Wisteria was a climbing vine. Is it a company or something?
Well, come here if you want to get up. Come up. Come here. Come here. Come here.
I had a cat called Come Here once. Never responded to its name, though. Fucking cats. I had a cat called Seven, too, and it responded to its name every time.
I had a cat named Abby. Abby Normal.
Thank you, Kat. Lady Wisteria from Frostmare. Still raining, not as hard though.
Rain sounds good. I haven't seen rain in a while.
We had some rain this morning and yesterday afternoon and then the night before. And every time it was like, what night? It was Sunday night. I was going to stream Sunday night and we got hit with such a bad thunderstorm that knocked the power out for a while. So that was kind of the end of my streaming. But yeah, it was like really bad thunder. And then it was like just pouring down so hard you couldn't hear anything.
I'd just like to know when it's coming so I can put my thirsty pot plants out on the lawn so they can get some rain so I don't have to fucking hose them. Not my marijuana.
Are they pretty? I mean, even though marijuana is, I'm guessing, illegal in Australia where you're at, do they just not care? They have more important things to do than busting people for marijuana. Pretty lenient.
Okay. I like this subject because it's quite poignant at the moment that because for many years now, around just before harvest time, the police force, with obvious extemporaneous government funding, would do helicopter searches and they would just patrol the area for weeks at a time, just ripping off all of these, wild hillbilly weed farms in the hills, destroying their income and whatever. This fucking town was built on marijuana money. I wish they'd understand that.
The Mullen movie?
Yeah, that's where the word mull comes from. I don't know if mull is used for a term for weed in America, but mull, M-U-L-L, is a term in Australia for weed, and it came from the name Mullumbimby. But this year, there was a helicopter in the air for maybe 2 days, and they did fuck all stealing of people's crops and stuff, because obviously they're now realizing that it's such a gross waste of money going and stealing all of these people's livelihoods and whatever. It was good to see. But yeah, they used to be like at least 2 weeks at a time. And I live near the local showground, which is like a fairground, I guess you'd call it over there, with a horse racing track and places for the state fair. And that's where they'd base. So the helicopter was always coming in and out of there, and that's where they'd set their big bonfire up, where they'd burn all the marijuana off.
Did they have a lot of people gathered around for that?
Yeah. All these stoned cops standing at the fire.
Like, the smoke follows me wherever I go.
Yeah, but yeah, thankfully they're backing off on that now that there's laws trying to get through the government and stuff. I keep having all this water coming out of my eyes. I don't like it.
That's what my eyes have been like for the last few days. It's like so much. I'm just like, I rub them and then I get red all around my eyes.
Band that I used to play in, we had a residency in Nimbin, a once a month show for a little while. We had some fun nights in Nimbin. I wish that old telephones used to use little, what do you call them? The little cards to store data on, because
SIM cards?
No, the other ones that.
Oh, SD cards?
Yeah, that'll do. Let's call them that, SD cards. I've got an old phone still in a drawer over there, but won't switch on anymore, that has some very, very interesting photos from a few months of Nimbin experiences. Yeah, there was one particular night we played there. We played in this, I think it was just called the Nimbin Hotel, but it was like it was a pub as well as like a hotel where you could stay and stuff, maybe a hostel almost. And in the early afternoon, before we were due to play, we're all up on our like 3rd story or 4th story deck, all hanging out, drinking and getting ready and whatnot. And all of a sudden, this this young fella comes climbing up over the balcony, up over the railing on our balcony, plonks himself down in the middle of one of the sofas that we're all sitting on, sort of looks around like this, and then says, later on tonight, I'm going to come back here and I'm going to rob yous. And then once he said that, over the balcony, like he could have just fallen straight to the street and died, but he was gone. He was like a spider. And lo and behold, later on that night, things went missing. Lots of money, lots of stuff, like drugs and things. But yeah, he was mainly after money. But, you know, kudos to the kid for telling us that he was going to come back and do it. And, you know, he gave us fair warning. Luckily,
he kept his word too.
I was, an honest criminal.
Yeah.
Luckily, I wasn't in one of these front rooms where all of the pornography and stuff was going on. I was stuck in a back room that was being renovated next to some paint cans, so he wasn't interested in my stuff. Good times.
Good times, girlies.
Well, guys, I have been streaming for a little bit over 2 hours, so it's probably a good time to call it a night.
Probably is. Otherwise, I'm going to get pretty fucking drunk.
No, not you.
Now, my mission now, especially with these cards, I'm going to get magnets that just stick on the back.
Oh yeah, I've seen people do that with
them on the fridge. Yeah.
Yeah.
You can buy a strip of magnets that have or a strip of magnet strip that has a sticky side for cheap at Harbor Freight.
Yeah, and you've got some more coming, and then plus, like I say, I'm going to, as soon as I get caught up on my last couple bills and get on an even keel here, I'm going to be giving away like those cards almost every stream. So, or every stream, I'm planning on just doing that. So,
have you shipped anything to me yet?
Yes, but just recently, because when I went to the post office last time, the time before last, when I sent Sam's and stuff, it's like I got right down to yours, and yours cost $40 to ship, and I didn't have another $40. Yeah, right. I already spent like $215 that day, and I was out of money. So yours went out in the next batch, in the last batch.
I was going to possibly suggest ship it to Sarah's address instead of mine.
Sarah should have gotten hers by now, though, because I remember I did ship hers out. So she should have hers. But yeah, yours was like at the end of the line and I had to stop because yours was like $40 to ship. So
do you want me to send you some extra money?
No, it's okay. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
Okie doke.
So yeah, but that's why yours didn't go out with the first batch that I got shipped out here with when I sent Sam's and stuff, is because I quite literally was over $200, and I hit yours and she said $40, and I was like, well, shit, we're just gonna have to pull that one back till the next time.
I'm just frightened of my postman and his treatment of mail. How it's going.
Yeah, I got it wrapped up pretty good, and I got do not bend all over it. Although some postmen don't pay any attention to that at all.
That's all you can do,
I
really.
think they can't see the do not and just see bend, and that's it.
Please deliberately bend this in 4 pieces.
Yeah, but it's got some of that core board around it, which is pretty strong when it stacks. So
yeah, cool. Oh, speaking of Kragos saying he's got more pleco babies, my
hi guys,
Gibbo.
Everybody.
Remember my Gibbo, my big sailfin pleco, died a couple of weeks ago.
Oh,
It was quite a sad day.
yeah.
I had him for 12 or 13 years or something.
Oh, dang it.
Nice big boy. I did put his carcass out on a piece of tin out in the paddock to hopefully erode away, but I think he'll get taken by foxes or cats and stuff. They'll eat his meat. But I haven't checked, and it's been too wet to go out the back there and have a look because I'm so frightened of the water.
That's sad, though.
Yeah, he was glorious. He was a big boy. Trash Cat forgot to ask me about my gay time. What about my gay time? Which one? I've had a few.
Do you enjoy having a gay time?
Oh, they're beautiful ice cream. They're a beautiful ice cream. Hang on. From top to bottom.
Are you more of a top guy or a bottom guy, Blackie?
I don't care. I'm not fussy.
A golden gay time.
Give, receive. It's all the same emotion, isn't it?
Well, thank you everybody for coming in, and thank you mods. Remember, everybody, pretty soon we're going to be into, like, every stream is going to be like funds and giveaways and stuff pretty soon. And thank you for coming up, Sam, and thank you, Blackie.
Thank
and
you.
I will hopefully I'm going to try to stream here again in a couple of days. So good night, guys.
I guess the golden gate times are similar to something we have called like the eclair, but it's like a vanilla eclair, something like that. Anyway, good night.
Night, guys.